G'day Blues fans and welcome to another edition of Blue Tubes in and Under. We're here again this evening at House Brothers Oval. In fact, we're in the change rooms of House Brothers Oval with senior coach Luke Norman. Luke, massive difference I guess, 2 games, 2 weeks. Great against the Bays, not so good against the Eagles.
No, we delivered what I would reckon is as good as what we delivered against North last year at Prospect. So, no, we were terrible. Yeah, we thought we were going to have a bit of momentum after the game from Glenelg that, we'd come into some real good form, but unfortunately we
Have fun with that, Roach. Thanks, Normo. Lost my train of thought completely now. Normo, I guess the question from a lot of people on the outer was that, Eagles seemed very quick, first to the ball in numbers and that type of thing. Was that just due to hard work, or were they a bit of a quicker side that was put on the park than us on Saturday?
Oh no, they were pretty quick, but they were, as you said, first to the ball, and they supported the contest, and their work rate was fantastic. They worked both ways, and our midfield didn't want to. They just wanted to work one way, and they just thought it was going to happen. This game that we're involved in, we're going to get hunted each week, and we've got to get better and stronger and withstand that and be a bit more resilient and be a bit more competitive.
Something you would have been happy with, I would have thought, was both of our ruckmen seemed to have very good days. Just like you said, maybe it was the midfield that let things down.
Oh no, look, it wasn't just the midfield. Don't worry about that. But our ruckmen were good. I thought Bowie in patches was fantastic, and around the ground he did some good work around the ground, taking a few marks and so forth. But Jonathan Giles, new to the club, he's starting to really improve, and I think he had majority of the hit-outs on the weekend. So some good signs there with our ruckmen. Unfortunately, we probably got 30 more hit-outs than the opposition, and we got smashed in the midfield. So we need to address that pretty quick.
I suppose it shows stats can lie a little.
Correct.
Luke, this week, looking forward, obviously Central's the old nemesis, going to out to Elizabeth on Anzac Day. Injuries, I guess, from last week, anyone that might be coming out and guys that might be putting their hand up for the Central's game?
Well, Pittard did a hamstring, so he's 2 or 3 weeks. He's a good kid. We've had a look at him at league level, and I think he's got a lot more to learn about the game. Salim Hassan's got a broken jaw, so we need to see where that's at. He saw a surgeon today, and I need to talk to him about whether he needs a plate or what's going to happen there. So they're the 2 with injuries. We should have Hinge back this week, and I reckon there's probably a handful of others that we probably put in the squad and see if we can match up against Centrals. It's always a hard game out there, and I think 2000 was the last time that Sturt beat Centrals out on their ground. So we've put a big emphasis on having a crack at them this week, and it's the Anzac game, and we talk about going to war when you step on the oval and stuff like that, and last time we played them was in the grand final, and I really think that our boys are going to be pumped up and ready to come out and deliver something at least competitive.
Yep. Talking about war, Normo, a couple of our bigger blokes in Toby Thurstons and James McClay. Toby came off on the weekend. James obviously first came back in the reserves. Where are those 2 boys at?
Oh, look, I think James was good for the hit out, but probably needs a little bit longer in the reserves. Toby just had a bit of a bruised hip, and on the day he just couldn't accelerate. So we just thought, well, let's not make it any worse. Let's get him off. And at the end of the day, I think that Toby coming off and getting himself right was probably the right thing to do.
So he'll be right this week?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So there you go, Blues fans. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Blue Tubes In and Under. Thank you again to Luke Norman, and get down there in numbers on Sunday to the Ponderosa and support the boys on Anzac Day. It should be a massive game. And at 3:10 start. Thank you, Roach.
You damn right I got the blues.